fans. Fuck the Cowboys.
Is that?
Hello, welcome to Omnibros where I am totally not a Cowboys fan.
Yeah, we started the stream off really lively with "fuck the Cowboys." I don't know if that went true.
That was for the green room, Lou.
Oh no, you went live with that. We had already started when you said that. We're about.
I'm OmniDog, joined by Lou, Comics Guide.
Hey,
and so yeah, we were in the back of the studio in the green room. We were talking about football, but we were really talking about basketball.
Yeah,
because you suddenly have an interest in basketball, or have you always been a basketball fan?
Usually around this time of the year is when I get more of a little bit of an interest. I'm not somebody who follows the whole season. It's more for the playoffs and the finals and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll check it out. But the Timberwolves play tonight against the Mavericks, and it's Luka versus Ant, and I really want to see that game. So,
okay,
because Anthony Edwards, man, Jesus, 20.
Yeah, I've been reading about him.
Oh my God, 22 years old, and it's way too soon. People always say, "Oh, he's the next Michael Jordan. He's the next Michael Jordan," and stuff like that. He's got that killer instinct in him at only 22 years old. It's actually
he's coming alive in the playoffs. That's when you want.
Yeah, man, it's really impressive. They came back, so they beat the Nuggets, which was a few days ago, which is the team that has won, I think, the last 2 times.
I know they won last year.
Yeah, which Jokic, I can never pronounce his name.
Stepan Chedjic.
I can never pronounce his name.
I don't know either.
He's regarded as the best player in the league, and the Timberwolves beat them after being 20 points down at halftime.
I read that too. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any comments. Did I make a mistake and we're not?
Oh no, we're live. I see a few, but not new ones.
Yeah, not new ones. The problem was I accidentally created it on my own channel, and then I deleted it.
Are we live? They see us. There we go.
Oh, okay. Sazmurf, we're seen. Thank you, Sazmurf. I accidentally created it on my own channel. I deleted it, but YouTube showed it showing up on both.
It's just sports ball talk. Our fans don't watch sports ball.
No one ever pays me in gum.
Hold on one second. I'll be right back. Just give me a second.
What's that from? Is that I know we started talking about gum up here because I accidentally created 2 streams. What's this? Is this candy? Okay, that's like a gumball. Okay. I'm by myself, and so it's going to be Riley will be showing up in a little bit, and it's me and Lou, and we're going to talk about our favorite things of 2024. Jess, your other video is live. It said waiting for OmniDog's vault. Yeah, I looked on my StreamYard, and it said I didn't have any upcoming videos. So I think it's going to say waiting for OmniDog's vault forever.
He's pulling a Motley Crue from the 80s where, you'll wait 4 or 5 hours and then, he's not showing up.
I wasn't that more Axl Rose? What was
it was Guns N' Roses. Yeah.
Guns N' Roses. I didn't know Motley Crue did that too.
No, Guns N' Roses was very well known for you'd show up and go, holy shit, it's been 5 hours. Are they going to show up? Sometimes they wouldn't show
up. Okay, so Riley may be late.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know. Some of our favorite things of 2024. This is one of our favorite things for 2024. That's our sponsor, InStockTrades.com, where you can get your collected editions from 20, 30% up to sometimes 60 or 80% in the red tag sale. Except you're not going to see Superman Silver Age Omnibus Volume 1 in the red tag sale. Don't forget your extra 2% loyalty discount. We give away a free gift card every month. I think we already gave away this month's. Yes, we did.
Yes, we did.
And he has received it. I've received confirmation. So a lucky winner won $50.
Woohoo.
Credit towards IST. That's awesome. $50 or more in an order gets you free shipping in the United States. Fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com. Yay.
My wife misses the mouth. She was just doing it.
Oh, she misses it?
She misses the mouth.
That was her way of saying the mouth harp. That's awesome.
You don't look stupid. Stop.
That's right. I played it. Did I play it for your daughter when your wife was still pregnant?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Which makes a lot of sense why my daughter constantly goes.
Your daughter is a cutie pie.
Oh my God. Did you see the photo I sent you the other day?
Yeah, that's what I'm basing it on.
She just learned to say cheese, and it melted my heart when my wife sent me that photo the other day. I'm like, oh my gosh.
That's amazing.
All right, we are close to 2 years in, man. I've had a daughter for close to 2 years, and she's still going strong. Oh my God.
Wait, how old is she?
She's almost 2. She's 7. She's 18 months. Yeah, she's getting close to 2. 6. She's 1.5. Yeah,
1.5. I had to do that math in the air.
I smart. I know math. She's getting so big, and I told this to my wife the other day. The reality is that you leave the hospital, nobody gives you an instruction or anything like that. It's, hey, here's a kid. Good luck, and they kind of give you a pat on the shoulder, and you got to figure it out as you go. So, no, there's no book. All these little pregnancy books and stuff. There's none of that can prepare you for the reality of trying to raise a child and keeping the thing alive for the first year and a half.
The thing.
Well, it's true.
Yeah. I got it. Yeah.
And it's like she's immediately attracted to something dangerous. For some reason, she's just immediately zeroes in on, oh, that's dangerous. I should probably play with that.
Yeah. And I should probably put that in my mouth. These Legos look like I can swallow them.
Oh my God. So yeah, the topic came up for me today of I was sitting around, I was enjoying dinner. I was like, we're halfway through 2024. What are some really cool things? Yeah. What are some really cool things that we've read or watched or stuff like that for this year so far? And we kind of do the midway point, and then we do the end of the year show. So, what do you got? I know you've been really deep into the X-Men stuff.
Yeah, I agree with Sazmer. I discovered crumble cookies this year, so that's my favorite thing. That was the last thing I had that was bad for me. Whoops, I need to quit my mail. Have I quit Facebook yet? I'm such a mess. Yeah, I did quit Facebook. Okay.
I've never had a crumble cookie.
They're good. I liked them. My wife's cookies are better. My wife's chocolate chip cookies.
Yes.
But these were good cookies. But they're expensive. They give you like a giant flower-sized box for 4 cookies, and they all fit in there. And it's $17 for 4 cookies. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Inflation hit the crumble store, huh?
So they're not an everyday treat. They're not for every day. They're for a treat. That's like $4 a cookie, but they're way good. They are way good.
Yeah, crumble cookies. I've never had the. Wait, has Girl Scout season started? Are we in?
We're past. You missed it.
Fuck. Oh, that's right. I had my fatty liver at that time. It was
You
really
did.
bad. That
Yeah,
was
it
at the height of it.
Yeah, though I think it's in February or March or so.
God damn it.
Yeah.
That just means I got to go twice as hard next year.
You got to keep losing.
No, I'm at the weight I'm supposed to be at. I'm good, man. I'm good. So I just have to do the follow up. I'm scared to do. I'm being completely transparent. I'm kind of scared to go to the follow up. Not because
Why?
I don't know. I've been dieting. I've lost the weight, so it's got to be better, right? You would think. So I'm
Yeah.
kind of nervous to do the follow up.
It's just blood work, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you worried about the results?
Kinda, yeah. I don't like going to the doctor. I've never.
Huh.
liked going to the doctor.
God, a day doesn't go by that I don't go to the doctor just about.
Yes, but the last time you went, you got COVID.
So not to the doctor.
No, it wasn't the doctor's
That was
appointment.
that was to pick up medicine at the pharmacy.
Oh, Jess. Well, that's ground zero, man.
I was there today to pick up more pharmaceuticals. Nothing good, even.
Oh, they didn't give me the good stuff this week.
No.
Mm.
Sasmerv, yes, they are good, but and expensive. Oh, yes, they are expensive, but they are good. I agree. Oh, NFL dude, the third and final act of Jason Aaron's Once Upon a Time at the End of the World has been really amazing. I think the final issue is out next week. I have the 2 trade paperbacks for that.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Here's the insufferable Omnibus collector. You're so childish.
What? Because Galactus eats butts? It's not my fault. He's a world eater, and every world is filled with butts, and he eats the entire world. So he eats every butt that's in the world. We've been through this. And also, Jess, look what you missed out on. Here's my Swamp Thing shirt.
I like that. That's really nice.
I don't know if you can see the back, but
Well, yeah, we can see it right now. Didn't you get a hoodie too, or is that the Swamp Thing shirt that I was mad I didn't get?
no, this is the one that I told you like a month ago. I was like, hey,
Oh,
this is
Yeah, yeah.
available. You might want
Yeah.
to get it.
Pretty
Yeah.
cool use of negative space. I like it.
yeah, that's right.
Because you did not have the one that I bought before, the hoodie.
Right.
And so I was like, yo, this is the same people that did the Animal Man shirt that I got that you like.
Oh.
But I got that Animal Man shirt too. I got it long. Wait, no, I think I got it short sleeve. You got it long sleeve?
Yeah, and I got this one long sleeve too because I like the. Oh, it's on this one. They have like the title on the sleeve.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Um,
Jess, my wife has asked me twice already. What are you eating?
sorry, string cheese.
There you go, sweetie.
It counts as a protein if I eat 2 string cheeses.
Does it really?
I'm on a super strict diet for like the rest of the year.
Oh wow, no joke, huh?
No, I am in serious. I'm in really bad territory. So I'm seeing a doctor
Okay.
and his nutritionist, and they created
cool.
a plan for me.
Oh wow, that's awesome, man. What's it looking like? No bread, right? Carbs are minimal.
No,
Fried foods are gone.
Oh no, yeah, none of that. It's mostly just protein and vegetables,
Okay, that's not terrible.
like eggs and meat, and just the basic real food diet. No crackers, no carbohydrates, no bad carbohydrates.
Right, you can have a banana, things like that, right?
Today's
Yep.
banana.
Hell
I
yeah.
get 1.
Yeah, it has too much sugar.
Yeah. So,
Do they have too much sugar?
Bananas, yeah.
Bananas have a lot of sugar?
yeah, I'm only supposed to have half of this.
What? You didn't
My
tell me
mom's
that.
not supposed to have bananas.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And again, she eats whatever's not sugar.
This is true. She's a 77-year-old woman with diabetes, and she doesn't care.
Diabetes.
Diabetes.
Yeah. So she's supposed to.
She just still eats whatever.
She's supposed to eat very healthy because she's 77. She's got diabetes, and she's like, okay, she does relatively well for the majority of the day. It's at night whenever we see her kind of sneak into the kitchen and she'll pour herself a big bowl of cereal, and that'll be her dinner. And we're like, but We made dinner for you an hour ago. You didn't want it, but you wanted the giant bowl of cereal or the piece of cake. And then she wakes up in the morning and she's freaking out because her diabetes numbers are really high.
Huh.
We have a third child.
We have a third child. We really do have a third child.
She's
When they
your
get to
third
that age.
child.
Yeah, when they get to that age, it's a third child.
I'm not that far away.
A piggy.
I'm closer to that age than I am 50.
Well, your wife would know. I mean, your wife would know. She's worked with the elderly for years, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. She still goes over once or twice a week to volunteer.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
For me, the one thing that I really love so far this year that I have seen is probably my favorite thing that I've seen this year is what's that movie called? Late Night with the Devil on Shudder. Holy shit, I love that movie. I've seen it 3 times now. It's so good. Oh my god,
I don't have.
I saw it at the theaters.
it's so
it
good.
was out. Oh, it was out in theaters. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
they
it's
did
on-
it briefly in theaters before it went to streaming.
It was only in theaters for about 2-3 weeks. It wasn't in there that long. It's a small film, but I've told you about this before. I love this movie. It's like an hour and a half long. It get in there, get out real quick. A talk show host in the 1970s is his wife died, and now he's the talk show host. He's a late night talk show host of a fledgling show. It's not doing too hot, and he really wants to be Johnny Carson. They flat out say it in the movie. So what he decides to do is that he decides to host a pseudo exorcism in the middle of his talk show host late at night, and you can guess how things kind of go for him.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, and it's filmed like it's the 1970s. So
Oh,
it's shot like if you were to find the footage of that time period. It's so good, man.
first of all, everyone has to be smoking.
Yes.
Is everybody smoking on the set? Because Carson and his guests used to smoke throughout the show.
If I remember, smoking is prevalent on the set. One of the characters is based off of what was the guy's name? He was a famous kind of pseudo magician, and he would go on Carson, and then some guy would show up and debunk it. Amazing Andy, something like that.
Amazing Randy, yeah.
Yeah, one of the characters is based off of that.
There was
And-
also Kreskin. But yeah, I remember Amazing Randy. Okay.
Yeah, dude, you will love. I'm telling you, get Shudder, do the free trial or whatever. You'll love this movie. It's
It's
right
kinda
up your back.
Crazy that I have every streaming service but Shudder when I love horror movies.
Shudder's worth it, I think.
Because I've been watching old Carson footage.
Uh-huh.
And then that led me down a rabbit hole of watching Sinatra and Dean Martin footage.
Uh-huh.
Sinatra and Dean Martin have cigarettes and drinks in their hand while
yeah.
they're singing.
Oh yeah.
You know, and they'll take a dramatic beat and they're smoking while they're singing.
We used to be a country, Jess. We used to be a proper country. Yeah, it was a great time.
Good heavens.
I mean, hey, that was the time period. That was the 70s. That was the 60s where
Yeah.
doctors, you would go to your doctor to get an ultrasound and you were pregnant and the doctor would be smoking a cigarette right in front of you, blowing you in your face. You know?
Yeah.
And before anybody knew how bad it was, you had a whole country hooked on cigarettes.
Yeah. I grew up with secondhand smoke, that's for sure.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I would show up to school and my clothes would smell like cigarettes some days because of my father.
Oh, yeah. My mom and dad both smoked.
Mm.
I liked Crumble before I found out they used Betty Crocker cake mix for their cookies. Huh.
What's wrong with Betty Crocker?
I guess that they use a prepared mix or something.
Oh, yeah.
Kane, favorite shows for 2024. Shogun, I've heard good things about that. X-Men 97, agree. Oh, I forgot. I still haven't seen Sandman. And now Dead Boy Detectives is up. Ugh. And Invincible.
Sandman season 2 is coming around the corner too.
Those bastards.
Yeah. I saw a few episodes of Sandman, and I was like, man, this is good.
Yeah, I need to. No guy wants to go to the doctor.
No.
I think you're right.
No.
You're right. It's up to the women to force us to do it. I say that as a very open-minded, progressive guy. But yeah, my wife definitely used to have to force me to go to the doctor. Now I'm within walking distance of the ER, so I just walk over there.
Hey, there you go.
I say, yeah, I'm here again.
Hey, how you doing, Mr. Bragg? Your regular room?
Here's your coffee cup.
Doctor, no. Dentist, yes. I love going to the dentist.
The dentist?
I love going to the dentist.
What do you get at the dentist that's so good? Or what's she look like? That sounds very odd to me. The dentist.
I love going to the dentist. I like the way my teeth feel after I get a good cleaning. I go 4 times a year. I go every year.
Does your insurance pay for 4 times a year?
It pays for 3 out of 4.
Wow, that's really good.
That's very good. Yeah, it pays for a basic cleaning 3 out of 4 times of the year.
And you pay this 4th one yourself.
I pay the 4th one, or I just kind of try to squeeze in that last month before I go back again. But a lot of times I just pay for the 4th one, just because I like going to the dentist.
Wow. Okay, so that's code for she's a babe. Got it.
I don't have the whitest teeth in the world, but I keep them clean. My wife can attest to this. It doesn't matter how tired I am. I brush and floss and the whole 9 yards every night before bed and in the morning.
Yeah, that's how you got to do it. I've never heard anybody say that.
Yeah, I love the dentist. I love going to the tattoo shop. I'm just throwing stuff out there tonight, guys.
What's your favorite tattoo so far this year?
I haven't gotten any new tattoos this year. I'm planning to get something for my daughter in the next few weeks.
You're gonna get her a tattoo?
Am I getting her a tattoo? Oh my god!
Yeah.
Can you imagine a toddler? How badass she would look with with a dragon on her arm going to school.
She'll be smoking by the time she's 3. Yeah, see my tat? Back off.
It'd be like little Pete from Pete and Pete with the
Oh my god! Yeah.
on his arm.
Now, I do have to ask a question.
Yeah.
How soon after she was born did you get her ears pierced?
What was this, sweetie? 3 months? You know what? How soon after Camila was born did we get her ears pierced?
4 months.
4 months.
And you know the reason I know this is because I'm the leading Hispanic authority on the internet regarding not only comics, but also Latino XA culture, Hispanic culture.
Yes.
I know that.
Yes,
That's a big deal. You have to get those girls' ears pierced like 3 or 4 months.
I found out though. I think it's who got it at 6 weeks. Really? Jeez. But I found out that's a Hispanic thing, right? Most other countries don't do it that young, for some reason.
I don't. Yeah, that's definitely an Hispanic. That's 100% a Hispanic thing.
Yeah. We went to we went to the doctor to get it done, and
That's a good idea.
yeah, the doctor did it. Only the issue was the lady that did it was cross-eyed.
Seriously?
I'm not bullshitting you. I really am. I swear. Right now. So you can see where this is kind of going.
Please tell me the lady that cleans your teeth is cross-eyed too. That would be great.
No, she's a wonderful person. The lady that did the piercing was cross-eyed. So she got the first ear right, and then she went for the second ear, and I knew kind of something was a little bit off because her hand was shaking, and I just looked at my wife and I went, "Oh no."
Uh-oh.
So she did it, but when she did it, it was a little bit off of this other ear, and she couldn't, for whatever reason, it got stuck as she's trying to do it for my daughter's ear. My wife, if my wife could stab that woman in the doctor's office with her eyes, she totally would have, because the sight she gave her was terrifying.
Oh man.
She's good now though. She's got.
It didn't break skin.
It didn't break skin, no, but she messed up.
Did your wife go full Hispanic Karen on her?
No.
Oh, wow.
That's-
Props to
that's-
her.
Yeah, that's reserved for bad drivers.
Hmm.
So Riley, anything interesting this year that you've really liked so far in 2024? You've been in movies a lot this year. You've actually been more than I have. this year.
Yeah, I I think one month I went and saw 7 movies in the theater.
Wow.
This has been a terrible year for me as far as films. I haven't seen anything. I'm going this week to see Furiosa, finally.
Yeah, I'm gonna we're doing that one, and we're doing, I think something else comes out pretty soon thereafter. I don't know,
think
but
Deadpool's the next big thing after that, right?
at the end of July.
Yeah.
I think there's something in June as well. As far as big, I'll look at it in the background. But I was gonna mention the same. The Late Night with the Devil was a really good one. I've seen almost every horror movie that's hit theaters so far this year. I have not enjoyed most of them as much as I did that one, but I would say the standout ones were what was it called? Abigail, the one with the little vampire ballerina.
That's kind of.
Did you just ruin it for me?
The thing is, it's in the trailer, but even people have said, "Why the fuck did they ruin that big moment in the trailer?"
It's
Oh.
because it's not the twist.
It's not okay. Okay,
That's
cool.
that's like the twist for the upcoming M. Night Shyamalan movie is not going to be that the guy is a killer. It's going to be something else. Like
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
her being the vampire is not the twist of the movie.
Okay.
But I understand why they put it in there, because I think they would have gotten a completely different and very confused audience
Mhm.
had people
Oh.
in there, and then all of a sudden, like, it turns from one thing into something completely different.
A ballet going audience?
No, well, because without knowing that she's a vampire, the plot is just that some people kidnap a little girl so that her father, who has a lot of money, will pay to get her back. That's the basic plot. But then in the trailer, they're like, oh, and she's a vampire. And now the plot switches to them having to defend themselves against her, the people who kidnapped her.
Oh, I love that twist.
So, but that's like not really the twist of the movie.
Okay.
It goes a lot further with a lot of things. That one was a ton of fun. Whether you know about the initial twist, I guess, or not, it's a ton of fun.
Okay.
Definitely, like if you enjoy, especially if you enjoy vampire movies, definitely go into that one. And it's I think from the director of
The Room?
Ready or Not, the one where she gets married into a family, and
Oh, yeah.
I love Ready or Not. That's such
Yeah.
a great movie.
they have the little, like, you have to play a game, and the game
Yeah.
is everyone's trying to kill her while they play hide and seek.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love that movie. The ending
Yeah.
is so good. She's got the cigarette in her hand, and the place is burning.
You can tell there are a lot of points where you can tell it's the same director, and it's got some good cast in there as well. Like what's his name? Names just escape me, but what's his name who plays David Haller in Legion? He was also in Godzilla X Kong.
Oh, he was in what?
Godzilla X Kong.
Oh, he's in The Guest. I love that movie, The Guest. I forgot his name.
He was Downton Abbey is where I saw him.
Is he?
Yeah, he's really good. He's really good.
So he's in there, and it's got
The chat will have it.
the big old dude who
Dan Stevens. Look at the NFL dude. Almost as we came out of our mouths.
Also had big dude that played a lot of different things, but he was in Lost. He was in X-Men Origins Wolverine as the Blob, and most recently he was Proximus Caesar in the new Planet of the Apes movie, which was also great, by the way. Year of the Monkey, man, like Godzilla, Kong, Planet of the Apes, Monkey Man.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
I missed that. I'm gonna have to see that in streaming.
It's already up. You can watch Monkey Man right now on streaming.
What? What service?
Oh, it's on Prime. You can rent it.
Oh, we got to pay for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Forget that. I'm not
JL8.
paying.
Jess, we can't forget JL8.
JL8 and April. All of April was full of ape books,
That's right.
like JL8.
Because
Yeah.
he was a chimp.
I think the best thing I saw this year. Well, we binged and finished Ted Lasso. That was this year. We started Abbott. This is with my daughter, my wife, and I. Excuse me. We binged Ted Lasso. We saw the first season of Abbott Elementary, which is freaking hilarious.
That's a good show.
Yeah, that show's great.
I really love that show. I binged all of Harley season 4, which was great. I could binge that entire thing plus her Valentine's Day thing and be happy. I could just watch those all over again and be happy. I don't know that I've seen many movies. What is this, May?
Yeah.
Have I seen any movies, anybody?
Did you
The chat knows me better than I do. I can't remember if I've seen any movies.
kind of jumping off the word?
Was Godzilla -1 at the beginning of this year or the end of last year?
I think it was last year.
That was last year because I saw it in the theaters and it was in my top 5 for the year.
Same.
God, I love that movie. Fucking Japan won't put it out in the States.
Garfield just came out.
Jess,
Garfield the cat?
Yeah, he's got a new movie.
we're jumping off of the vampire thing, but did you ever get a chance to see Let the Right One In or Let Me In, the American remake?
I saw the first one. I reviewed it on my horror channel.
Okay, you did watch it. All right. Yeah. That's
We got into
Great.
a whole conversation about the difference between the movie and the book. And then we got in. I recorded. That was one that I didn't do live. Jenny and I pre-recorded it, and because I didn't want people to spoil anything for future movies in the chat. But she and I got into a conversation because she read the book, and then people that saw it afterwards read the book because now if you haven't seen Let the Right One In, is that Swedish?
there's
I feel like it's from Sweden.
there's 2 versions. There's the Swedish version, which is
That's the first one. That's the one we saw.
I believe Let Me In or something like that is the
I
Swedish
think
version.
it's Let the Right One In, the French
Okay.
Swedish version. Well,
And then there's
whatever it is,
Yeah.
we got into a big discussion on the missing parts on the original one.
Mhm.
Okay, Let Me In is the American version with Chloe Grace Moretz is in that.
That's got an ending. The first time I watched it, I went, but
It's worth watching?
Let Me In? You saw it.
Yeah. I haven't seen it. I just saw. Is it based on the Let the
Yeah.
Right One In?
Oh, it's almost the exact same movie. You don't need to watch Let Me In if you've seen Let the Right One In.
But I don't remember the ending being that. It sounds like the ending for Let Me In is amazing. If you just said what you said.
All right. Riley, have you seen this movie?
Which one?
Let Me In, Let the Right One In. The ending is pretty much the same.
Yeah, but back when the American one came out in theaters, I watched the Swedish one on streaming, and then I went and saw the one in the theaters, the American one, like soon thereafter. So I saw them, but it's been a million years.
Yeah, maybe I don't remember the ending. The ending's the same in both?
I don't recall. I remember my jaw hit the floor when the revelation happens that you realize, oh, this is playing out not exactly how I thought it was playing out. This relationship between this boy and this girl that's a vampire.
Yeah.
And you see what happened. I'm trying to be vague because if you've never seen it, it's really worth a watch. It's a really, really great film, but it's really fucked up in the ending, I think. Man.
There is I know we're supposed to be talking about the best of the year, but I haven't seen any. I've read a lot, but I haven't seen anything. There is a movie that I saw. Jenny and I just watched it and discussed it for the horror movie channel on my channel, and it's similar to what Riley was saying about the kidnappers of the vampire. Only these guys kidnap two people who turn out to be demons.
Nice.
And they
Huh.
have you heard of that one?
No,
I
I
don't-
haven't heard of this.
What's the title?
I would have told you. I can't remember what the title was. I'll have to go back to my channel. But it was awesome. They yeah. And I don't James, are you in the comments? What's the name of that movie that I saw 5 years ago?
I just because they're talking about it right now, NFL dude brought this one up. I also watched this last night, and I absolutely hated this movie.
Oh,
It's so funny that he's talking so highly of it, because I came out of it knowing that a lot of people love this movie, and I was like, how are people having like such an opposite take that I'm having?
I don't see that in this comment that he actually dug it. He's just describing it.
yeah, he's not.
I don't think he says they really hit the late 90s, early aughts feeling of escaping a mundane and melancholy life that was all over alternative culture.
This is your Ladybird. This is what
He'll
this is.
come in and say,
This is your Ladybird, where everybody was like, "Oh my god!" No, you don't. Everybody was like, Greta Gerwig redeemed herself in my eyes with Barbie last year. You don't need to see Ladybird because
I have to. I want to see that,
No.
and then I want to see Madam Web.
you have
No.
to
It
see
goes back
Madam
to
Web.
back.
You
No, you
have
don't.
to see
That's
Madam
your-
Web. But I saw the TV glow though was so my biggest issue is I think that the director was too preoccupied with giving messages and subtext and all the different like the allegories that are present in the film, that they completely throw like so much subtext that they completely throw the text aside, and the plot completely like gets thrown away, and the ending doesn't really feel satisfying or conclusory at all, because the ending is so steeped in subtext that the subtext becomes the text. Like, and you can tell from the very beginning that this movie is a trans allegory because of the different things that are being said, the different colors that are prominent throughout the movie. A lot of things make it very obvious like what this is supposed to be, but it doesn't give itself enough substance as far as like actually presenting the plot. As well, the actors, and I've seen because it has Justice Smith, I believe is his name, the one that he was in a lot of things, but D&D movie is one of them.
Yeah.
He like, I hate when actors do this, and it happens a lot in certain directors' movies, but like it feels like he's stunting his own performance until there are certain, he has like 3 scenes where he actually like gets to emote like very openly, and those are like the best scenes in the movie. But throughout the rest of it, it's very awkward and stumbles around like its own script. And the female lead in the movie, I don't remember the actress's name, but her character name is Maddie. It's just like it's a terribly awkward script for her, and the way that she performs it the entire time, to the point that like I started laughing at like every line that was being said. But the biggest disappointment was like when a movie gives you something that's like cool and you wish that they spent more time on that. And that's what this movie did. Was like, the whole point is there are kids in the 90s that are obsessed with this TV show, and they start showing the show on like showing bits of it in the movie, and it captures so perfectly those old Nickelodeon shows, to the point that like I was like, one of the episodes was exactly like Pete and Pete. And I said that, and then later in the movie, they had a cameo from 2 of the actors from Pete and Pete. And it was like, I wish that they would have delved more into showing that actual television show that they were enjoying, because that was more interesting than the plot that they were trying to thread together. But unfortunately, we didn't really get too much of that. However, and Jess, if you do sign up for Shudder, there's a series, an ongoing series on there that kind of better does the idea of like kids obsessed with a TV show, and that TV show being something more than it actually was. There's a show called Channel Zero that's on Shudder, and the first season is about kind of that. Anyway, I just thought it was very heavy-handed with its with the messages it was trying to give, and kind of ignored the fact that there was a plot to be wrapped up.
Hello,
everybody.
Whoop.
This is Jenny.
Hey, stop. I think I found the movie I was talking about. The Devil's Candy wasn't that.
I like candy.
You like the devil too, I think.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I look like I'm wearing that hat that I always wear. I miss that sweater. That was a good pink sweater. Okay, sorry.
I could see someone compare it in like the way that there was reaction to it to Skinamarink, because they were like, not to say like either you get it or you don't, but
I
like,
hated that movie.
either it works for you or it doesn't. And they were like, it's the same level as Skinamarink, where like either people watch it and they're like, this works for me, or and other people watch it and they're like, it completely doesn't. And those two groups of people are like, they can't understand why the other group has the opposite reaction.
No, Skinamarink is a 2-pack of ass. Okay,
It's not-
it is a 2-pack of horrible ass. If you enjoyed that movie, I will recontextualize you as a friend. Okay, we can no longer be friends if you enjoyed Skinamarink. You enjoy obviously sitting in the corner and watching paint dry for 2 hours, and that's Skinamarink. Oh my God, I fucking hated that movie. I've never been so angry at a film before than that.
This the one that I was talking about, that NFL dude had seen. I saw the glow on TV. That was the AS was asking if it's like Office Space. No, not even close. It's not even like remotely close to being Office Space. It's a it was billed as a horror movie, but it's very much not a horror movie. It has like a couple of scenes of how did I describe it earlier? I was talking about it with someone. It's a coming of age drama with some like, now I'm losing the words. It's a coming of age drama that has a few like scenes that are a little bit horror-esque, but it's mostly just a jumbled mess. And I would never, I think it's like A24 tried to bill it as a horror, similar to how they did with that one movie. I think it was called The Lamb or something like that. So they can appeal to the horror people, but no. Yeah, they end it with like in the third act where she's like, the Pinko Cake was actually this and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, I know what you're going for as far as what the metaphor and the subtext is, but that subtext became the text, and then they threw the actual story out the window at that point.
You're using a lot of fancy words. What is trans allegory? Is it an allegory about somebody that's trans, or is that the transition in the movie?
Transgender,
it is
about, yeah, the director is a trans woman.
Okay.
She was making a movie that was about the trans experience and like finding yourself. And that was basically a huge part of the movie, was them talking about, feeling as if you are not the person that you actually are. Like, and literally like talking about, it feels like someone has shoved things inside of me, but when I open myself up, it's not who I really am, or something like that. Like, there's a lot of things. And then a bunch of like the movie's color scheme is very much like purple, pink, and blue and stuff that like is the colors you'll find on the trans flag and stuff. So
okay,
it made it very, very clear. And that's something I really don't like, is when messages in movies are so ham-fisted that like they're just shoving it in your face instead of letting you learn about it, and letting you discover it. Because I would have loved to have gone through the movie and then found out like by the end being like, oh, but instead it's like the first scene you're like, oh, it's a trans allegory.
Trans allegory. Okay.
Hmm.
The movie I was talking about is The House on Willow Street.
Okay, cool.
They go to kidnap an heiress, and she turns out to be a demon. Blah 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 blah. 6 for the 4.
I absolutely loved Three Body Problem. Three Body Problem on Netflix is man,
3 Body Problem.
it's so
Heard
good.
of that one.
What's it about? Is it horror or what's 3
Sci-fi.
Body? Sci-fi?
Science fiction, yeah, pretty hardcore science
Oh.
fiction too. Man, if you have not seen Three Body Problem, you definitely owe it to yourself. It's based off a series of books, and centering around a group of individuals that they discover. It's so hard not to explain it without ruining anything.
Yeah,
They
don't ruin it.
discover that there is a potential alien invasion that is going to come, and how they need to stop it. Episode 4.
Oh, it's not a movie. It's a episodic.
It's episodic. Yeah, it's
Okay.
episodic. Episode 4 is amazing. Oh my God. Just when you think you have figured out what the show is and how the show is going, they pull the rug from under you, and it's a huge reveal. And my wife and I watched it, and we just went, what? And when they reveal what's actually going on.
Huh.
It's
Okay.
It's a very slow burn. If you're really into mysteries and stuff like that, you'll dig it.
Yeah.
But it's a slow burn, but it's worth your investment in time.
On the comic book side, Freddie and I know Freddie's in the chat. He and Max and I both read the Omnis of X Factor Volume 2 and Volume 3. That was amazing and made me really regret I didn't get the X Factor wave so I could build Strong Guy as my Build-A-Figure. Strong Guy is so awesome in that. So those are 2 of the Omnis that I really enjoyed. The 2 best X-Men stories, because I'm in the middle of that X-Men readathon. Trial of Magneto, which was amazing. And then the single story that Hickman wrote in X-Men, actually it's a 2-parter where X-23, Psych, and I can't remember the other character, they invade the Children of the Vault. It's a 2-parter by Hickman. That was in Trial of Magneto is in Trials of X. Yeah, right, Freddie? Freddie, what was the name of the stories that I'm talking about?
Whoa, the new Trial of I thought you meant the original Claremont era one. I was like, yeah, that's good stuff.
Darwin, that was the other one. Sync Wolverine and Wolverine. Okay, sorry, I said X-23. It's a 2-parter that Hickman wrote, and those 3 invade the Children of the Vault. Time passes differently in the big dome where the Children of the Vault are. It's a whole thing. No, Trial of Magneto is in Trials of X by Leah Williams, and it's really, really well done. And then Way of X by Cy Spurrier started slowly, but ended amazingly. Now I haven't read. And Human Target. Human Target by Tom King was awesome, amazingly awesome. And that's I'm sure I've read a lot more than that, but I can't think of what they are right now.
You know what's kind of funny? I was just thinking about this. With as much as Hickman is known for grandiose ideas and weaving plot threads together and all of that, my first comic that I remember reading from him before I recognized his name at all, when it was just like, who's this guy, Jonathan Hickman, that's all of a sudden on my comics, was a Shang-Chi one-shot.
Oh.
And it was about Shang-Chi in a race. It was the annual race to benefit various and sundry evil organizations and also the homeless. Now,
Gotta throw the homeless in there.
that's not the whole title. And also the
Hey,
homeless.
if you're gonna run an evil
now-
organization, you got to get that tax exempt credit at the end of the year. You know, you got to be able to file that.
So, and also the homeless now with beer and hot dogs. That's the whole title. And
I love it.
I do too. That's awesome.
It's a short story that had Deadpool was part of this as well. So the first time that I ever read anything Jonathan Hickman that I remember was Shang-Chi and Deadpool in a foot race to benefit the evil people and the homeless.
Amazing.
I want to read that right now. When did you read that?
It says it came out back in 2009.
Wow.
Which is, so I read it. I bought the single issue. I don't have it anymore.
Was it an oversized thing that you bought? The one shot?
I mean, it was a one shot. It was like pretty thick, but
maybe I'm mixing that up with Brubaker.
It's collected in both the Jonathan Hickman Avengers Omnibus Volume 1 and in the Deadpool Classic Companion Volume 2.
I have Avengers Volume 1 right here.
So yeah, you can find that story. It's probably at the back.
I read this 5 years ago, or longer ago.
That was my first exposure to Hickman, and then after that, I saw him as the co-writer on Secret Warriors along with Bendis.
Yep.
And then he took over, like he was the sole writer for the rest of that, and that completely sold me on him afterwards. I'd never read his previous stuff because I guess he did.
Was the accounting book? There was some book about accounting that Jess loved. I couldn't get through it.
Accounting?
Or something involving numbers or the stock market.
Here it is.
He did Midnight News. That was a thing.
Master of Kung Fu and Deadpool in the annual race to benefit various and sundry evil organizations and also homeless now with beer.
Well, I read Pax Romana by him, Nightly News, and read something from Mars. Those were like individual titles he did. What you said? I read a book about accounting.
Black Monday Murders.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
You really vibed with that. I couldn't get into it.
Oh, that was the one that dealt with all the stock market stuff. Yeah, he hasn't finished it, and that was the thing I asked him about when I met him, and I felt bad. I said, "I'm so sorry." I met him at Heroes Con, and I was like the first guy in line because they announced it was 5:00 Friday, and I went over, and nobody was there, and I had like a 10-minute conversation with him. He is a super nice guy.
Awesome.
And I said, I'm so sorry, but my daughter's roommate really wants to know what the story is. When's Black Monday Murders going to finish? I'm really sorry. And he said, no problem. The artist got really sick. And he was out of commission for like 2 years. He was so sick. Yeah. But we're starting it back up and it will be finished. So you can tell your daughter's roommate. And that's the only... That was a big connection between my daughter and her roommate are like best friends. The roommate's also her landlord, so that's really good. So her rent hasn't gone up. Nice. Yeah, she lives with her landlord and they are like best friends. And so that's a way for me to connect with her landlord. She's very nice. Oh, cool. She's just a little bit older than Kelly is. She's the one that dresses up like it's the 50s all the time.
Oh, cool.
She has her hair done in 50s. She wears 50s clothing. And I'm not saying this is the weekend. This is how she goes through life. And it's super boss. It's 2 sleeves of tats. And
that's cool, man.
She always has, she has various little hats that she puts on. Her black curled up perfect hair that makes her look like she's right out of the 50s. That's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. I would love to be able to show up to work in a zoot suit.
That's where I'm lucky I work from home, because like and any meetings I have are all just, they're never video, it's all just voice. So like I could be wearing whatever I want and just be at my desk and they don't care. I don't even have to be at my desk. I could be in the bathroom while I'm in the meeting if I wanted.
Oh, A Red Mask for Mars, Transhuman. I haven't read that. Transhuman, that's by Hickman?
I think that's an older one of his.
I'm a fake fan. I haven't read Transhuman by Hickman. Red Mask for Mars. Yeah, that's the book I was thinking of. William Lee is here, getting closer to offering me a burger, paying me the burger that he's going to owe me. Yes, you are. Don't even try and get out of it. Like Lou's gotten out of it.
I was looking. I mentioned earlier that I would look at what movies are coming out in June, and because I know there was stuff that I was thinking about. So I found it, and the movies in June that I'm going to wind up seeing in theaters. Let's see, June 7th. There's nothing that first week, but the second week on the 14th, there's Inside Out 2.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, the one Gio's gonna hate because he has no soul.
I am ready to hurt again, Jess.
That movie effed me up.
On the 21st, there's Kinds of Kindness.
What's that about?
That one is the same director as
Lady Bird?
No. The one that came out with Emma Stone and the Hulk and
Mark Ruffalo. Oh, the one that just came out, where she's like a prostitute in France. She was given. Oh yeah, she was. They gave her it's like a Frankenstein. They gave her a brain.
She has the brain of a child inside of her body.
Right.
So that
Poor Things.
Poor Things. That's it. Yeah. Same director. Kinds of Kindness. I don't know what the hell it's about, but I know that we're gonna go see it. The Exorcism with Russell Crowe.
The Pope's Exorcist is badass. I love that movie. Wait, no, that's not the Pope's Exorcist.
This is just The Exorcism. I don't know.
Another one. Yeah. Russell Crowe. For those that don't know, he's kind of going on an Exorcist trip lately. This is not a sequel to the Pope's Exorcist. This is a completely different exorcism movie where he plays another priest doing an exorcism.
A Quiet Place Day 1 on the 28th.
I love it. Can't wait.
I think that's the month for me. So those are the ones I'll be seeing next month. But there was if you like exorcisms and demonology and whatnot,
I do.
Immaculate and the new Omen movie, the first Omen.
Oh, I'm dying to see that.
The first Omen was definitely the better of the two. Immaculate was not bad. Sydney Sweeney is just as good as she always is in that movie. But and I say that while wincing, if you couldn't hear my voice.
You and Omar got into it in the chat today.
Yeah, Omar's going to talk crap about Madam Web. Like, bro does not know how to have a good time with a bad movie.
Oh no, there is no good time with Madam Web.
It's
I bet I'm going to be like Riley and watch this thing and have fun. I can have fun at bad movies.
Watch
Venom. I loved Venom.
Every single line in that movie is hilarious, and so much of it it doesn't make sense. It doesn't work. There was the whole fact that like so much of the movie had to be rewritten that they had to dub over Ezekiel's lines in ADR. Like, it's so bad. Like, and you can tell like he's moving his mouth and it's just not the same things that he's saying because they had to change the plot.
Didn't what's her name? Who's the lead? I can't think of her name. I can see her. Dakota Johnson. I think she fired her agent because of that movie.
Yep.
It's so funny.
Yep.
She goes into it knowing that.
She wrapped up filming, walked off the set, and promptly called her agent and fired her agent that same day.
Go watch it with that in mind, and it is hilarious.
Okay, I definitely want to see it.
So funny. I was cackling the whole time. But speaking of cackling at a movie, the best I watched the best kaiju movie the other day, Death Kappa. Holy crap. This movie was so funny. I need to show y'all.
Is it animated or live action?
No, it's live action with people in suits like a classic kaiju movie. It's fantastic. Let me pull up some pictures real quick.
Freddie, you're in the chat. What other comics have I read this year? Freddie knows exactly what I've read.
All right, so this is Death Kappa, and it is the ugliest kaiju suit that I've ever seen, and it's the most ridiculous. It is so hilarious. It is perfect in so many ways, and it's like purposefully bad, but not in a way that it was like bad because of it. Like it's definitely like trying to lean into the cheesier aspects of like kaiju movies. Oh my gosh. There's a part where, I mean, any scene where there's like planes and jets going by, you can always see the fishing lines. But there's also a part where they like this other kaiju that Death Kappa winds up fighting, and he tears off his tail, and like they do straight up wrestling moves on each other. It is amazing. Anyway, so he's shooting fire out of his mouth and like melting this guy, and the guy like gets replaced by a little action figure, so it looks like an episode of Robot Chicken, and he's like, "Oh my god, I'm melting!" And it's just like fire effects going on around him, and then as the flames increase, the green screen lights on fire and like falls down. And then it like cuts real quick and they fix it, but it's hilarious. I love this movie so much. The only thing that it didn't do was Japanese lore is that Kappa, they suck people's souls out of their body through their anus, and that is the one thing that they did not do in this movie that could have put it over the top for me.
I'm pretty sure you're the only one besides Gio who could possibly have known that.
Fake manga.
Oh yeah, there was a perfect example that could have been used in fake manga. I would have said fake on that.
This is the bad guy, bad lady, and she's like a scientist, and this is her grandfather's corpse, and she's like continuing his work, by which she's like taking people and turning them into fish people and having those fish people like attack people for some reason. I don't know. And then like she starts making out with his corpse, and it's like, that's your grandpa and he's dead. So like that's cool.
Is it purposely goofy or is it
Yes,
accidentally?
It is absolutely on purpose, but they do it so well that like, because there's a lot of things where it's like if you're trying to make it purposefully goofy, you miss the line there and it winds up just being bad. But like they do it so well, and it's like just a combination of the effects, the acting, the everything together, the costuming, and the effects and the stuff. If you're familiar, and I'm not saying this to you, Jess, because I know that this doesn't apply to you, but like for anyone who's familiar with tokusatsu and stuff like Super Sentai and Kamen Rider, it takes a lot from those, and it feels like, when it doesn't feel like a kaiju movie, it feels like tokusatsu, and it's great. This is the best, a stupid masterpiece. This just sums it up right there. It's wonderful. I recommend it.
Awesome.
From the producers of The Machine Girl and Tokyo Gore Police.
If you like this, I really recommend you look up Your Hunter from the Future. It's got paper mache dinosaurs.
Nice.
I think you'll like it. Has a theme song, by the way, and it is, oh my god. In fact, I will pull up the theme song right now if you give me a second.
Oh, Freddie, thank you. I just realized I can go to my Goodreads and see what I read this year. I read Dark Ride 1 and 2 again. I read 2, and I know Volume 3 is coming out soon. Dark Ride is awesome.
Here we go, Jess. You'll especially appreciate this.
What is it?
This is the Your Hunter for the Future theme song. This is great. I love this movie. It is painfully bad, but it's so much fun. It's
They
fun.
in my Discord they clipped the part of Monday's show when you started playing Little Spanish Flea or whatever it is. when I was reading Rodimus Prime Ribs.
Mhm.
So funny. It's so funny. Oh yeah, Night Eaters was great. I read Ecstatics, the whole omnibus. Department of Truth. You really need to give that another try, Lou.
I need to.
It's really, really good.
Man, this is actually reading this year.
Oh, how dare you! Nice House on the Lake. That was good. Loved that.
Yeah.
Regression by Colin Bunn. Loved that. I read a lot of Batman Beyond the White Knight. That was good. All the
Was
hell.
that good? I need to read that.
Yeah. All the X books. Thistlebone. That was good. Heat Seeker. Great book. Human Target. Oh, and of course Goiter, because Cycle Cleveland sent me all those Goiters. I read all of them.
There's
There's a comic.
and it just came out this year.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Apparently, this year is the 50th anniversary.
Oh man, who wrote this?
That's a good ass question. Ray Collins, with artist Juan Zanotto from Antarctic Press.
You see, this cover?
No.
They have put more thought into this cover than that whole movie.
Was in 1974, Argentinian master storytellers Ray Collins and Juan Zanotto created Enga el Cazador, known in the English-speaking world as Yor, the Hunter from the Future. An elegantly drawn pulp adventure on par with other classic barbarian stories, Yor's comic book saga has much richer detail and backstory than the legendary cult film. The first of 4 fully packed 40-page volumes introduces Yor's world, where he battles dinosaurs and rescues his mate from a cult of barbaric blue men. If you like your fantasy heroic with a mighty dose of retro sci-fi, then Yor's the man for you.
I'm picking this up.
Oh yeah, I read World's Finest and a bunch of Zdarsky Batman. Why is that not in my Goodreads? I read a ton of that.
How are you enjoying Chip's Batman?
Some people are. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I haven't heard anything about it.
Check out Def Kappa. The Twitter comic Twitter people are like completely hating on, like, everyone hates Zdarsky on comics Twitter now because of his Batman run. But I have stopped listening to what the consensus of anything on comic Twitter is, because they are having the most bizarre, like, revisionist takes on things that I've ever seen. Like, everyone all of a sudden is acting like Tom King and Tom Taylor have always been the worst writers that have ever happened.
God.
And like just a few years ago, both of them were the writers that everyone was like, everything they touch is worth reading at the very least.
Well, that must be why I don't go on Twitter, because I've loved his Batman. I loved World's Finest by Mark Waid. There were 2 Batman projects. One was by Zdarsky. One was really good. It's where he went to get his training as Bruce Wayne before he became Batman. That's a thick one, and that was really good. And then his regular Batman series, I think, is really good too. I love it. I don't get, if there's hate, I don't get it, because it's interesting, and he's a really good writer. I love Zdarsky. I don't know how you can hate on Tom Taylor or Tom King. They consistently I have never read a bad Tom Taylor book. And Tom King just put out Human Target, which I thought, well, that was last year's book, but I just got to it this year. But that's freaking brilliant.
I mean,
I don't get it. I don't care either. I don't go to Twitter, so I just read what I want to read.
Twitter has become a cesspool of people just bitching and moaning in general. So I mean, it's just become a giant mess, and that's what the algorithm largely promotes. I think also revisionist history is a thing that's been happening a lot in the last few years, especially in the comic book and geek circles in general. You've got people who are saying the prequels weren't that bad, and it's like, you guys, no. 10 years ago, you were not saying the same thing. 10 years ago, you were saying, oh man, George Lucas, thank God he's off not doing Star Wars anymore because those prequel movies were terrible.
The prequel movies have now moved into okay territory.
To some contradictory people that want to be cool online, yeah.
Okay,
But
that is ridiculous.
by all means, if you enjoy the prequels, hey, that's you. But you can never convince me that they're good films. The third one is okay. But
That's
the
what
other
I'm saying. Like they're these revisionist takes. Like people are going back and acting like, oh, we've always thought this way from the get, and it's happening with the prequels too, where they're like, the prequels we always enjoyed the prequel movies, and we're like, no.
No,
We didn't.
You shed on the prequel movies as they were coming out, which leads me to believe, once again, nobody hates Star Wars more than Star Wars fans.
That's true. Yeah, let me just 3 words: Jar Jar Binks. Okay, he is eventually elected a senator.
He's a Sith Lord now, by the way.
He's what?
He's a Sith Lord now.
Yeah, they're doing that Lego Star Wars special with Darth Jar Jar. But no, it's to the point, and like I'm a sequel defender when it comes to Star Wars. I'm not episode 9. That movie was hot garbage, but like
that movie was terrible.
7 I loved 8.
Seven was a fun return to form after we went through the prequels, and 8 was masterful.
Yeah, and I agree 100%.
We should have continued from what 8 was doing instead of shoving JJ back in and having him do all kinds of crap with 9. But like to sit there and have all these people saying like that the prequels are better than the sequels is just insanity to me, when like we spent so long, like when the sequels were first coming out, when 7 came out, it was received well until except for the people saying like it's just episode 4, and it's like it is, but we needed that kind of return. We needed that to get us in there. When 8 came out, it was very divided, and that's fine. But then 9 came out, and that just everyone just completely shut down. But no, the prequels
always should have just let Rian Johnson do 9 and finish what he started in 8. That was a mistake.
Freaking but I'm not gonna sit and like have people try to tell me that like Attack of the Clones is some piece of majesty and genius. No, I've tried to go back. I have not even tried. I've gone back and rewatched it within recent years, and it's absolutely stupid. It's the best movie ever.
Well, this is true what NFL dude's saying here. King, Taylor, and Zdarsky are now regarded as top-tier writers, so now everyone has to dislike them to keep their gatekeeping superiority. That's right. You're so right, NFL dude. There are people who only read Batman and DC events, so all they think of Tom King is the wedding mess, and that was DC's fault. Oh, and Heroes in Crisis, that was also DC editor's fault.
Episode 9, I think, is still the worst one, where you see the opening crawl, and it's literally, and Palpatine's back. I'm like, whoa, wait, time out. I'm sitting in the theater going, with whiplash going, did I miss a comic, a movie, a TV? When the fuck did that happen?
It just did. It just did.
There's also a guy that goes viral every month shitting on Krakoa, and all of comics Twitter rallies debating in favor. That guy's an idiot. Krakoa has been awesome. I've loved the whole thing.
You shouldn't talk about Omar that way. That's not nice. He's a very sweet man. I'm kidding.
I'm not putting up any of these bad Star Wars comments, so stop. My power went out. Repeat the last 3 minutes.
Sequel's good, prequel's bad. Welcome back to the show.
I enjoy the sequel trilogy. I enjoy 7. I really enjoy 8. I
Yeah.
really have a soft spot for it. I think it's really good. I like where they take the characters and stuff like that. You can debate about the treatment of Luke and how some people are like, it doesn't really sit with me. Fine.
You can argue with a wall on that one.
Yeah, that's fine. 9 is unforgivable. 9 is horrible. It is terrible as a film. And so is the first prequel and the second prequel. Revenge of the Sith, the third prequel, I don't think it's that bad. I think that's exactly where it's obviously where Lucas wanted to take the story, but if you were to edit all 3 of those prequel films into one coherent movie, I think you've got a really solid prequel film.
I did see that, actually. I watched exactly what you're talking about. Someone did that. They edited all 3, and first off, the funny thing was that the only thing they kept from episode 1 was the lightsaber duel at the end. Literally everything else they threw out the window, and they were just like, here's Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon, and Darth Maul. They show that scene, and then it just moves ahead. And it was, I think they edited all of it down to about 3 hours, so it was not too terribly long or anything. And it was still not good. So it's just not.
And again, say what you will say, at least Lucas had somewhat of a vision of where he wanted to take the story. The 3 sequels just feel like they didn't know what they were doing or where they were going.
And also, in this, on a different point entirely about it, not using practical effects was a huge mistake because those effects just age like fine butter.
Oh yeah, the Yoda especially. No.
Wait, what are the? I forget. I lost what were the practical? Wait, what one were you talking about?
I was saying that Lucas going with using CGI instead of practical effects in the prequels.
Oh, prequels
was a detriment to those.
Yeah.
Movies.
I mean, if you want Star Wars, and if you want really well written, well thought out Star Wars, the Timothy Zahn trilogy of books with Admiral Thrawn are largely regarded as some of the best Star Wars material that's ever been written. He continues off where the original where episode 6 ended, and you've got Luke who's starting to master his powers and like that. You get the introduction of Admiral Thrawn, which, credit where credit is due, Timothy Zahn could have easily just gone, I'm just going to make Darth Vader 2.0. And instead, he really fleshes out Thrawn and he makes him a really formidable character and a really brilliant character too.
Well, AS is with you on that. I'm not showing any of your other comments, AS, because you're wrong about all of them.
So if you're somebody out there that's like, man, I fucking hated the sequel series, go read those books. They're not canon anymore, and it could be debated they were never canon, but still, they're well worth a read. Timothy Zahn knew what he was doing.
The cool thing about Star Wars is that none of it's real, so canon is really what you make it.
This is true.
Like there's no such thing as the Star Wars. If you don't like something, it doesn't have to exist to you. You can just ignore it. You make your own rules in this life.
I totally agree with that.
I don't like people get so caught up on like the fact that they don't enjoy something and that someone else does enjoy it, or that they enjoy something and someone else doesn't. It's like, who cares?
That was you and Omar this morning in the chat.
That's true.
Omar couldn't get over the fact that I like to have fun with shitty movies.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. Oh, here's Samantha. What up, Samantha? Just tuned in. I bought those Thrawn books last year, and I've heard nothing but good things. Really looking forward to reading them.
Unfortunately, I don't know how to read, so I'll never know.
Thrawn trilogy was so good, they had to find a way to use them in the news stories. They got Timothy to write Thrawn in Rebels too, so they have some things that don't fit, but you can still read as mostly canon. I'm not showing any negative Star Wars stuff. You guys stop. Stop. Don't. I'm not even. I don't. Yeah. No. Just relax. It's all made up.
How was that those Marvel comics that were coming out at the time? Were they pretty good? A lot of that stuff.
Was that like Heir to the Empire and stuff?
The Vader comic, there was the Star Wars comic and stuff like that. Jason.
Oh, the
Aaron was
recent
writing.
ones?
Yeah.
Everything I've read has been good.
Was it good? Charles Soule was writing a lot of that stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
that stuff is really good. There's a ton of great stuff. I have the 2 Darth Vader books were really good. Jason Aaron's Star Wars. I think that was Jason Aaron. Jason Aaron's
yeah.
Star
He
Wars.
wrote the first half of the main series. The second half of that first series just got omnibused.
Right.
The Greg Pak and Kieran Gillen material.
Right.
Gillen had written that initial Vader series, which was contemporaneous with Star Wars by Jason Aaron. That was great as well. Soule wrote the Vader series that takes place between episodes 3 and 4. That one was a lot of fun. Though it was a little bit weird when you get to like the Palpatine is Anakin's dad part. But then there's like a ton of mini series that came out, and the vast majority of them were really good.
Yeah.
Like,
are you talking about like Age of Republic and Age of Rebellion?
well, those were all the one shots, and those were good
Shattered
too.
Empire and Captain Phasma?
There
Han
was
Solo,
Solo, the
Heroes Hope. What are you talking about, Riley? Come on. What are you talking about?
all of them, everything that you just said. The Han Solo miniseries, Chewbacca miniseries, Leia, any writer that was doing anything at Marvel at the time jumped in at some point. I didn't follow much after the pre-Empire stuff ended, but as far as I've heard, the post-Empire stuff is really good as well. And I'm curious, maybe someone in the chat knows if they've wrapped that era up yet, because I've really been curious what they're going to do post Return of the Jedi, because that's a huge gap to fill.
Wade's Princess Leia is great, and Soule's Lando.
Soul did an ongoing Poe Dameron series that was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, that's good.
That one deserves to get oversized, omnibused.
Dugan and Noda's Chewbacca deserves all the praise. Are those separate series right there, or were those?
Yeah, those are all minis.
Does he have a family in this?
Chewbacca?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember. But
You
canon
remember
is what you make it. So if you want the holiday special to be real,
Fuck yeah, the holiday special is real.
Oh yeah, he's talking about this book.
yeah,
These
that's
are really good.
yeah, that's got some good little mini series in there.
Yeah.
I think the thing we found out the most in the holiday special is that Chewbacca is a deadbeat dad, because he's out there chilling with Han across the galaxy. He's got a family waiting for him at home.
A good
This
starting
is
point
a good question from Samantha. Yeah.
for good starting point for Star Wars comics. I think the best point right now is just to start with the beginning of Marvel's stuff from 2014 or something when they started that. And that would be Star Wars issue 1 by Jason Aaron and Darth Vader issue 1 by Kieran Gillen, and then just going from there. And then you can pick up those minis that we were talking about as you want, but that's filling in the timeline between episode 4 and episode 5.
And
So that's what those are doing.
really big props to Gillen's Darth Vader, because
Yeah.
that's where he introduces Dr. Aphra and the murder bots, the murder droids. That was such a great. Dr. Aphra is my favorite new character. And the first, I haven't read the second omnibus, but the first omnibus is great of Dr. Aphra because she had her own series. But that Darth Vader by Kieran Gillen is amazing, and that's something you can start with, Samantha, because it takes place between 4 and 5, right?
Yeah,
It's dealing with him being out of favor with the Emperor, and after the Death Star blows up, and it's like right between 4 and 5, and is brilliant.
The Black Chrysanthemum also was
Oh
introduced.
yeah.
The Wookiee bounty
The
hunter.
murder Wookiee.
Yeah. And he got to cross on over into the
X-Men Holiday Special.
no, he got to cross over into the live action. So yeah, as Freddie said, fingers crossed for maybe we get Afra in the shows and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, they're adapting a lot of that stuff, right? They're bringing a lot of those characters into the.
Yeah, there's a good amount of synergy. We got speaking of Star Wars and 2024, Acolyte. The Acolyte starts next month.
What is that? As I've been so out of the loop. I still have not seen Andor, and everybody tells me I need to
haven't
watch
either.
it. Everybody says it's amazing. What's the Acolyte?
The Acolyte takes place pre-episode 1. And I haven't looked at a lot of it because I wanted to go in a little bit dry, but I'll look at what the.
Well, I think
Awesome.
Freddie put up a thought of that the Acolyte was supposed to be the Scarlett Johansson vehicle before she ended up suing Disney. Is that right, Freddie? Because for Black Widow, Acolyte is a High Republic show before episode 1.
Yeah, I'm just reading that as well. Approximately 100 years prior to Phantom Menace, sees a respected Jedi Master investigating a series of crimes that bring him into conflict with a former Padawan learner and reveals sinister forces.
And I'm behind on all my Yes, Freddie, I haven't watched the cartoons that can set me up for Ahsoka. So I need to do that. Oh, wait. No, Scarlett Johansson thing is Blonde Phantom with Taylor Swift.
Oh, I just heard about that today.
I lost all interest the minute you said that.
Well, she's not being Dazzler.
Do we know that for sure? I will walk out that theater and then come back.
If she's Dazzler in
and then come right back.
Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah. I paid $30. I did not pay $30 to go see Taylor Swift on the giant screen.
I bet she'd be a great Dazzler.
You shut your whore mouth.
She'd probably dazzle.
She'd be anyway. Like this.
I would be a better Dazzler.
No, what? Oh my gosh, we have a Swiftie hater in the house.
Oh, 100%.
Oh my god.
You have no idea.
I've never listened to a single song of hers, and I love her.
It's a cult.
It's like a huge cult.
Yeah, a very huge
big
cult.
as Elvis right now.
X-23 is in the Acolyte, Daphne Keane.
Oh, cool. I'm glad she's getting work.
Who's this? What?
Daphne Keane, the actress who played Laura Kinney in Logan.
Oh.
Yeah, she's in the Acolyte. She's an adult now, but
oh my gosh, yeah, she's an adult. When was Logan? Like 2016 or 17?
2017.
Yeah. So 7 years ago. 7.
So she was like between 10 and 12 when they filmed it, I guess. And she's
they could bring her back, man, and she could do X-23 still.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
I don't know who this person is, but someone said Sabrina Carpenter would be a good Dazzler, and now I can't unsee it.
Axl Rose would be a better Dazzler than Taylor Swift.
Well, who's Sabrina Carpenter? Is she a singer or an actress?
Stevie Nicks, at her current age, would be a better Dazzler.
I will not stand for this Swiftie hate. How dare you, even though I've never listened to a single song of hers.
I would actually pay good money to see Stevie Nicks be Dazzler at the height of her career.
Oh, yeah.
That could actually have worked.
So nobody knows who Sabrina Carpenter is?
She's a lady.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Now I understand Samantha.
An American singer and actress.
As Riley does research, you know, a lot of these bands, they just break up so quickly these days. And then there's Fleetwood Mac, who made Rumors and played...
Oh. Bye, girls. Nice to see you. Bye, sweetie. My My wife had Kelly and all her girlfriends and another mom in for crafting, and they were all crafting upstairs.
Aw.
And they all just yelled.
Crafting for us is just Lego.
Right. They were painting and etching glasses. Sabrina would be a good dazzler. She was in Girl Meets World and is now a pop star doing disco-inspired music. She opened for Taylor last year.
Ugh.
She was on SNL last weekend. I have no idea who she is.
The Abrams son would be a better dazzler.
You shut your whore mouth. I don't ever want to hear that guy's name attached to anything besides going to detention for 20 years.
Has he come out with anything else, or did his father just put him in a corner?
I'm sure his father thinks it was a good book based on Star Wars 9.
Oh my God! Yeah, no, it's what has Henry done anything? Or he's putting all his money on the daughter, right? Isn't that what he's doing now?
She's apparently the talented one, but I forget what she's. Upper level shout out to the Omni Dog Bunker, and Freddie thought I had trick or treaters in May. Wait, what did you just say? Oh yeah, what does Abrams' daughter do? Apparently, she's actually very talented in whatever it is she does.
She's the talented one in the family. His son apparently just hides in the warmth of or in the coldness of his father's shadow.
And the vault with all the money in it.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if it's the same Henry Abrams, but IMDb has a Henry Abrams that worked as camera and electrical department on episode 7 and art department on episode 9. No, and I'm just gonna say, like, art department, I could definitely see that being JJ just tossing his son a bone.
He just shows up in the room and has coffee all morning.
Because I'm not saying anything rude to anyone who like works in art department on productions, but half the productions that I've worked on, it was like if they didn't have someone else, like I've been called to work art department to fill in for someone who couldn't make it one day.
Damn.
I've never worked in the art department before.
What did you do? What did you end up doing?
I didn't do it. I was busy. I was working. That's when I think I told you I was working the PGA tour.
Oh, okay.
Look at Mr. Moneybags here.
That
was how many subscribers on fucking TikTok? How many?
131,000.
Wow.
I'm on a sabbatical right now. I need to like catch up with life in general, so that I can have time to like do other things.
You're an influencer. Oh, Gracie Abrams does Lordicore sad girl pop. Everything's core. Earlier he said mumblecore for a movie. Lord is it Lord or Lord? Lord core sad girl pop.
I'm looking forward to 5 years from now when Riley is just on a yacht chilling with all the richest people in the world, smoking a cigar and laughing at all of us.
From all his TikTok subscribers?
All of his TikTok subscribers.
When he hits a million.
It'll be him, Kai Cenat, Elon Musk, a whole bunch of
I would be like I'd be the one shoving Elon over the board and making sure that we run over him
with an anchor around his neck.
Oh no, the propeller is tearing him to bits.
Get it for your TikTok.
We're live here watching Elon get torn to pieces.
The rise of that man in popularity, especially in geek culture, is just something I will never understand. I don't.
Did you see when on Twitter, they posted pictures from, it didn't have to be on Twitter, but pictures that came out from the event when the Fallout show debuted.
Oh, I heard about this.
And like he showed up, and everyone in the pictures, it just looks like they want to wring his neck like Homer Simpson.
He apparently asked to be on the show, and they said no. They like, no, you're not going to be on the show.
That show's supposed to be great. Fallout.
It is. It's on my
All
list. I loved it. Oh my god, Fallout was so good. You'd like it, Jess.
Yeah, it's apparently really good. Oh, Freddie, who works.
This makes
Oh,
sense.
there you go.
That's why I was like, I don't mean to say anything negative towards anyone that's worked in art departments and stuff. And I know that Freddie would know better because he's worked more in that industry than I did.
Oh,
but
cool.
like, but the few things that I did, the art department was like, it seemed like it was half people, or at least like one person was there that knew what they were doing, but the rest of them were just like, they could have just been PAs, like they could have just been production assistants or something that were just doing whatever that they were told. And I think that that's what Henry probably got handed.
Poor Henry.
Javier found us through the Omnibus Collector TikTok.
Through my live streams, and I haven't been doing live streams very much, which I need to get back to doing those because those were fun, especially like I think Javier watched like when I would do a lot of live streams with my friend Steph, but I think both of us just got busy in separate directions, so we haven't done that too much.
Ooh, I've got a question. What character, if Henry Abrams were to write them,
Oh no,
would break your heart?
Harley Quinn.
Oh no!
There's no coming back
No.
from that.
Oh no, Jess! An ongoing Harley Quinn series.
There would be no coming back from that. It would destroy me.
What if it had Amanda Palmer on art?
Amanda Connor?
Amanda Connor, excuse me. Yeah, Amanda. Yeah.
It couldn't save it.
Wow.
I mean, no, that would break my heart. Let's see, what else? Maybe She-Hulk. He could
Ooh.
Gwenpool. I'm naming some of my favorite books. That's a great question. What I wonder. Actually, I want to see this. I want to see him try and write Deadpool.
Oh no. No.
It would be so awful.
No.
You can tell he has no sense of humor, and it would just be awful.
For me, it would be Animal Man because it's so few and far between that we get any content for the character that if they were like, we're doing a new Animal Man series, I'm like, yes. And then they're like, by Henry Abrams. And be like, no, why?
With art by Greg Pak.
By Greg Land.
Greg Land. I'm all over the place. It's late for me.
Okay, so who would break your heart, Lou, if he wrote it? That's a great question.
Let me think real quick. If for some reason the man died and the estate had nobody else to write the book and they showed up with a fucking Brinks truck full of money, he were to write Hellboy.
He has no grasp of all the Hellboy lore. There's no way.
Ugh. Oh God. No.
If he somehow took over for the final Game of Thrones novel,
at this point he might just have to.
Yeah, Brando Sando pumps him out, and George R.R. Martin is just slogging.
It's two different writing styles.
Okay.
Yeah, Brandon's writing style is way, and this isn't a critique to him. It's actually to his benefit. It's much more simpler. It's easier to digest. George takes his time a lot with his pages. He'll spend 2 or 3 like a whole page just describing what's on a dinner table, and I'm just like, oh my God, George, can we move on, please? I love your writing, but please.
Speaking of fantasy novels, I'll show you my the next thing that I've got. Hold on one second.
JLA. That would break my heart if you wrote JLA.
Ooh.
Oh, that's the Lego you're thinking of?
That's the next one I'm going to be picking up. It comes out in the beginning of June.
Wait, let me highlight you so we can really see it.
I'm highlight.
No, not that.
No,
I
I'm
want to see it bigger. There we go.
Henry writing Hellblazer, Jess.
Oh, now you're throwing daggers straight at my heart. God.
anyway.
It's a story about how he quit smoking and he started giving back to the kid.
I actually think within the year I will be able to start building the Mandalorian's Lego ship.
Nice.
That one's not even like that huge of one though, is it? Like how many pieces is that one?
I don't know. I'd have to go look at it. My wife got it for my birthday, and then I myself bought the Daily Bugle, and then I bought another one. Oh, this one's I'm kind of excited to build. It's a Super Mario game. You build a TV and controller and box and stuff, and then it's got a crank where you can crank through scenes of Mario doing various things on the TV. I'm kind of excited for that one.
Okay, never mind. The one you have, the Razor Crest, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
It's a big one. I was thinking it was a different one, but no, it's like 6,000 pieces.
It's going to be my first real Lego project. I built the Batmobile online with the minister about 3 years ago. And it took us like 3 hours to build that tiny little Batmobile.
The Barad-dûr is going to be the next really big one. But also there is, I think at the end of the year, like November, there's supposed to be the X Mansion. That one's going to be like 3,000 plus pieces, so it should be a pretty decent sized mansion with like individual rooms and stuff.
Danger room?
I don't think the danger room, but what I would love is if they made it kind of modular where you could buy different sets and make like the whole campus, because I already have the Blackbird, which they've dubbed the X-Jet. Stupid, but I already have the Blackbird, and I would love to have the basketball court that opens up and it comes out.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
But they're also starting, should be revealed pretty soon. They're doing Legend of Zelda Legos.
Ooh.
And the first set is there's no there's no image of it just yet, but it's supposed to be the Great Deku Tree. And you can do it with either green foliage or pink foliage. Pink being like in Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, thanks, NFL dude. We don't have a Lego channel on my Discord. Maybe we should start. I know there's a lot of Lego people out there. I don't know if they're in my Discord, but that once I start on the Mando's ship, I'm definitely going to create a channel in there.
We can start some Lego live streams.
Yeah.
I'll be like building and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. And you'll see. Well, I know I do have a toy channel. That's true.
That counts.
That does count.
Yes, I am definitely. I'm getting the Fell Beast gift with that. I missed out on getting the free Mimic for the D&D set.
What is Barad-dûr?
Barad-dûr is the tower. That's the name of the big tower.
In D&D?
In Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings. Oh, okay.
With Sauron's eye on the top.
Oh.
Yeah, if you make a Lego channel in your Discord, they will come.
Okay.
Yeah, I should join. If you do that, then I can join and start talking about Legos.
Okay, James. Yeah, please. Let's have a Lego channel and get Riley involved. By the time we're done, Kane will be building a Lego of crumble bakeries. She loves crumble cookies. We're cookie buddies.
I did a bunch. I mean, I showed you the Sonic stuff before, but I got another Sonic set. Hold on, let me grab it from my Lego cabinet.
Well, you finish up there. I gotta get going, guys.
All right, guy.
Okay, yeah, you got to go see your last 2 minutes of the game.
They're probably in the last quarter right now. Maybe.
Okay.
All right. I'll check
Thanks
y'all
for
later.
joining.
Good
Peace
night,
and
everybody.
love. I know, Kane, that was the point. You don't do Legos yet, but once we have a Lego channel, you might be interested. And I'm saying that as somebody that's built like a 10-piece Lego so far.
It's a slippery slope. So I got I think this one's being retired. This
And
is
what
the
is-
Sonic the Hedgehog Green Hill Zone replica. So you can see all the like the loop-de-loop and the little bridge and all that kind of stuff. And it's even got a little like Sonic 3 Lives.
Oh, cool.
Comes with the minifigure with the Chaos Emeralds and Dr. Robotnik on one of his little crafts that he floats around on. And then here's a little crab, Badnik. So this one, I think they're retiring it soon. So if you see it on Amazon or at Barnes & Noble or something, and you're interested, I'd say pick it up. But the Sonic line, the ongoing Sonic line, is still going strong and has new stuff coming in the next couple months.
This is funny. I don't need a new hobby, says Kane. Head in hands. Leave me alone, please. Don't do it to me.
It's fun, but obviously expensive. You know that something is, I don't know, you've taken a turn off the deep end when you start justifying by metric like the cost. So like I'm like, oh well, as long as it's around $10 for every 100 pieces, then it's a good price for me.
That's like Tyler Blunt, where he goes, "Oh, this is a good figure based on price per plastic." Like if it's cheap and it's got a ton of plastic built in it, he's like, "Oh yeah, this is well worth it. Price per plastic."
If you see me in the next few months with a giant either AT-AT or Millennium Falcon, just know that I dropped like $800 on a singular Lego set.
Oh, the Millennium Falcon?
Yeah, there's 3 Millennium Falcons. I don't know if I mentioned it on this channel before, but there's a really small one, and even the smallest one is still $80. And then there's the like playset size one, and that one is like $250, $300, something like that. And that one is it's perfectly cromulent. It's big enough that you can play with it. You have your little minifigures, and then there's the like $800 one. I think is the price point. Yeah,
and that's really huge.
Yeah, it is massive.
James has already created it for you. The Lego channel is waiting for you. Insufferable Omnibus collector.
All right, I'm gonna have to try and join soon, but I don't want to like get distracted by stuff because I'm busy with other work and whatnot.
Well, you just post your in there. You would just post pictures of your progress.
But you also have to do stuff, Jess.
Okay, I have a now that I have the books the bookshelf of shame. I'm leaving the top open so I can set up the Hellfire Club diorama, and then that will leave open a big table that I can start Legoing on.
We're gonna start doing Lego shows instead of comic streams.
Okay. Do you think anybody would watch that?
There are so many Lego channels on YouTube, dude.
Really?
Like, yes. A lot of them are like smaller channels and they just repeat what everyone else is talking about, but there are some big ones too. They'll like
I will say I have loved every single one of the Lego movies.
Those are great.
I really love those movies. They are super funny. Well, we know we have one viewer. I'm down for a Lego show from Sazmurph.
They've got Lego Wicked sets coming out.
Wicked from the movie.
Yeah, since the movie's coming out, they're doing Wicked, but they're not doing minifigures like these. They're doing like little doll figures instead. And so a lot of Lego people in the community are kind of upset that they're doing it that way. I personally feel like they should do the Emerald Castle or Munchkin Village first.
Oh,
We're going
yeah.
into Wicked, but that's just me.
The Lego building show should be called Jester's Lego Island. How's that sound?
And just you should make a table that looks like an island, and you just build your Legos on the island.
It's a small Kallax, so it's rectangular. Gosh, I wonder if I actually have room to build something. You probably need a big kind of round table to build.
I have a card table, like folding leg card table.
Okay, I have
But
that.
I'm trying to look into getting a new table that like there are tables made specifically for tabletop gaming, like D&D and stuff, where you can lay down like a top and then pull off the top, and underneath is like the area for your stuff. But people use it for like puzzles and Lego builds because there's space under the top where you don't have to put everything away every time you fit it, like you're taking a break. So I want to see if I can get a good one like that, but one that looks nice if it's out, because we don't want like a crappy looking card table with folding legs in the living room, you know? So
yeah, I could get away with that down here. I could have a square. We have a square a square folding table. That sounds like I could build it here. That might be a better idea than the other thing. I'm just excited to get my Hellfire Club diorama put up.
I'm gonna FOMO you on Lego.
Oh boy, here we go. You doing it right now, or is that a future?
No, I'm doing it right now. I'm just telling you, like, if you start doing stuff, I'm gonna FOMO you on Lego, dude. I'm gonna be like, Jess, go to Target right now. Go to Barnes Noble, look at the Legos.
Okay, that FOMO is part of the game. I am extremely susceptible to FOMO. Jester's Lego Island. I love it.
Recommend you some Lego sets. This one's a really cool one if you like Sonic.
Will upper management approve? Well, now that's a good question, Kane. She did give me my first Lego, the Mandalorian ship, for my birthday a couple years ago. So she kind of got me into this.
That means you tell her it's her fault.
She did buy it for me, and I got to have a place to build it.
Uh-oh.
Oh, an ad hat? Oh, that'd be cool to build it. I always call it an ad hat. Those are the things from Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, that's the let's go ahead and go full FOMO mode.
Okay. Yeah, those things I love those things. Oh, that's so cool. $150.
$850 dues. Temporarily out of stock at the Lego online store. So might have already missed this one.
Oh, that looks so awesome.
Look, it's got a butt. Look, it's got multiple like floors and areas. You have
wow.
minifigure Luke going up into its undercarriage. Everything I was about to say was inappropriate, so I was like,
thank you for oh man, that is gorgeous.
And they're like, look, you can use it as decoration. Ain't nobody gonna put it on their coffee table like that. Who are you kidding?
Yeah, upper management will totally not approve of that upstairs. But that doesn't take up that much space since it's vertical, and so I could build that and find a spot for it.
Look how big it is in comparison. It's like the size of a dog, dude. He's so proud of what he's done. Look at that.
Yes,
I spent all week, every hour after work, I came back to home and built this thing. I'm so proud of it. Look at all these pieces. I love it so much.
That is awesome. Wow.
Why didn't he put it on the window ledge right here? Like, that's a perfect space to put Legos. And just put it in the corner on the floor in front of a door. He can't even open the door. He's got a shelf in front of the door also. This guy's design sense is terrible. Oh, this is a recent announcement. $130, you can build this posable Simba. Well, it's semi-posable. It's the size of a kitten. Wait, there was more sets. Where'd all the other sets go? I want to keep perusing. There's the Notre Dame.
Wow.
This one's only $230. But it's 4,383 pieces. So at $230, that's an extremely good price per plastic, or whatever Tyler says.
Yeah, it is. Except I want to build the AT-AT, not Notre Dame.
Oh, you've got the finer tastes. That means you might be interested in the Imperial Star Destroyer that comes with a Cal Kestis figure.
Whoa, that looks cool.
It's not nearly as big as the other, because now you've got a kid playing with it. That means it's for babies. Babies.
Kane is refusing. Nope. Instant pass on everything. Get this out of my life.
I want this one, the Dune Ornithopter.
Oh, I haven't seen that movie, so I don't know this.
It's got the wings move. You can put them back. It's just a pretty cool looking set.
That is cool. I do need to see that movie. Apparently the sound in that movie, Dune 2, is amazing.
It'll rumble your butt, dude.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
See, she's got it right. She put it on a shelf.
Yeah, it fits perfectly.
She finished building it over on the table. She's admiring it, and then she's like, look at this shelf. I'm going to put it right here in front of this picture of like sandy looking blobs. It looks like it's right at home. Or look at that. It's a little pedestal. This woman knows what she's doing.
Not putting it in the corner.
Nobody puts baby in the corner. This is what we just finished building, actually. It's a giant Batman animated series. Like I don't want to pick it up and bring it over here.
Yeah.
It's like about as big as my wingspan. And just has a bunch of little hidden nooks and crannies throughout the buildings and stuff. Like if you pull off some of the buildings, there's little pictures of various rogues, and you get this little display of Catwoman, Harley, Joker, and the Bat.
So you built all those buildings, and you built the okay, here we go.
Yeah, this is what it looks like.
So it's buildings with a backdrop.
Right. And then it says Batman.
Yeah, I like that.
And this one, you can hang it on your wall.
Now that's a good idea. That woman knows what she's doing.
Yeah. It has little like things on the back, so you can put nails in the wall and hang it from there.
Oh, nice.
Or you can display it on top of a table because it has little legs that come out of the back also.
Can you go back to the okay, that's what I want to see. The buildings attached to the background?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the background is made up of a lot of not little red plates, but various red plates, and you connect them with a lot of like the smaller flat pieces and stuff. This one's also a good price per piece at over 4,000 for $300. But
Yeah.
find the pieces are smaller, so a lot of the bigger builds, the piece price per piece on this one seems better, but it's just because it's tiny little tiles and stuff.
Oh, for the background. Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
They have like a little hidden picture of the Joker behind here. I think
So
that's behind the chemical plant.
so you can slide things out or open doors and stuff.
Yeah, there's certain pieces you can pull off, like they're only kept on there by like a couple of studs, and so you can pull them off semi easily and show like there's
Okay.
Catwoman with some little paw prints. There's at the bottom you have a little Batmobile hidden in the Batcave underneath Wayne Manor.
Whew. I like where that's hung.
Really,
That looks
really
good.
cool. And there's another one, another Batman one that I hope is still available. That is super duper neato. This one, the Shadow Box. It's the Batcave. I think it's based on the Tim Burton movies. And so this one is $400, and it's just under 4,000 pieces, so pretty good price per piece. It comes with a Batmobile. Here's all the minifigures. So yeah, this one's after Batman Returns. So you have Penguin and Catwoman, etc.
Mm-hmm.
There's the Batmobile, but you can see a picture here how the shadow box opens up.
Oh, wow.
And it's a pretty large set, and you have this little space for the Batmobile. You have a lot of things that like emulate things that were from the Batcave itself.
Is there a giant penny?
I don't think so. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the comic book attributes of the Batcave, like the penny and the dinosaur and the typewriter. But it does have, Bruce Wayne's computer and like his little area to keep his batarangs and various gadgets, his little place where his suit is. So it's a very cool set, and definitely one that I'd like to get at some point in the near future.
Yeah. What was I really wanted that at $800. That's just, I can't justify that, but I really want it.
Well, if you want it, reality is what you make it.
I think Patty, there's a Home Alone house or the Titanic. I think she'd be happy if I just built what she bought me, the Razor Crest.
So that's where you start. You build the Razor Crest, and you're like, babe, I finally did it. Thank you so much. This is amazing. And then she's all like, oh, that's really cool. Even if she's just saying it to be nice to you. And you're like, oh, you think this is cool? And then you buy something else. And you're like, you thought that was so cool. I thought I should go pick this up. But make it something that you think she would enjoy, like kind of teeter into her interests, whether that be the Home Alone house or the Millennium Falcon. And the cool thing about the Home Alone house is you can buy it as a Christmas decoration. So you can justify that easily. And the Home Alone house is not that expensive. It's only $300.
Oh, that looks great.
Look, you got the sticky bandits or the wet bandit. I forget what they were calling themselves in the first one. The wet bandits. And you got Kevin McAllister, you got Kevin's mom, he's got the little iron print on his face. Looking through the doggy door.
Oh, that's so awesome.
There's the iron itself. Throwing the paint can down the banister.
Right. Oh, look, it opens up to all that. That is really boss.
It has the Michael Jordan on the train right there. And I think this one might have electronic parts. It might light up.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Little Nero's
magic words. Anything that lights up gets my interest.
Jess, the Christmas season is coming around the corner. I just want to make that. Even the back door, the only thing that would make this like complete is if it comes with the treehouse.
Oh, wow.
With the zip line. can
Look,
go ahead and add it.
look at her. She's so happy building that.
He's got his ice cream that looks like doo-doo. He's eating his plate of macaroni and cheese. Ah,
Wow,
fantastic.
this revisits all the great scenes.
Yeah, it does. Kevin's mom before she became Moira Rose.
Oh God, so good, baby.
So yeah, you get that one, and you're like, babe, I got this one since you thought that other Lego was so awesome. And this one she'd go for because it's like, oh, you know what? That would be a really fun Christmas decoration. And then you're in the clear. Then you could buy another one, and you're like, this one's great too.
Kane, don't do it. Oh man.
I'm just a really good salesperson, is what I am.
Yeah, it's been a while since you've given me a recommendation for books. I read everything that you ever recommended.
You've read every book that ever came out.
No, just your recommendations.
Well,
I read them all.
I'm giving you recommendations on how to get into Lego.
Ryko Lego mendations.
Lego mendations.
Lego recommendations.
I tried to recommend you to get this this shirt, and you didn't do it.
No, I forgot about it until you told me about it just now. Oh, I do have those aftermarket light kits for the Razor Crest and for the Daily Bugle. I do have those. Thank you, Smothery Lion. I do have those. So I'll have to figure out if those go aftermarket light kits. Do they go on during the construction, or do I put them in after the construction? I'll have to look into that. I did save those aftermarket light kits.
I think it depends, but from what I've seen, it often is during the construction because you have to like have it in with the pieces.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Anyhow, I think I'm spent on trying to get you to buy stuff.
Oh, okay.
At least that's not for now. I've already shown you the Rivendell set.
Yeah, that looked cool.
And I think that one is a very huge recommendation for me, as well as the upcoming Barad-dûr Tower set. That one's another big recommendation, but it just depends on what you're into. Because nowadays Lego is getting kind of every IP. A lot of that because the ideas line is based on like Lego fans basically submit things, or people within the company will submit stuff. I don't know, whatever it is, they can submit whatever they want, and then Lego chooses whatever the best ones are every year and produces those. And that's how they've gotten started with a lot of IP. Like this Sonic one was originally an ideas set, and then it expanded into being actually like doing a Sonic line.
Well, one thing that I am interested in is buying books from InStockTrades.com, where you can get your collected editions from 30% all the way up to sometimes 60 or 80%. William Lee, you will not see Superman Silver Age in the red tag sale. How dare you even make that bet with me? Don't forget your extra 2% loyalty discount. We give away a free $50 gift card courtesy of InStockTrades.com worth $50 of credit at InStockTrades.com every month. $50 or more in an order in the United States gets you free shipping. Fabulous packaging, fabulous service. InStockTrades.com. And Insufferable Omnibus Collector, where can people find you? When you're on TikTok and not taking a break from TikTok and YouTube and all the other stuff.
Yeah, once I catch up with life and stuff, which should be pretty soon. The Omnibus Collector on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Twitch, and Omni Collector on Twitter. And I should be joining the Omni Dogs Vault Discord soon, so we can start talking about Lego.
All right, that's the impetus I need. And here's the address for it. Thank you, James, to do this. Oh, and AS, in all seriousness, enjoying all this nerdy stuff with y'all makes my week. Thank you. we love pretty much everything nerdy, as you
Yeah.
can tell. We are proud nerds. You can find my nerdy ass on OmniDogs Vault on YouTube, OmniDogs_Vault on Instagram, and my Discord, which Riley will soon be joining now that we have a Lego channel. So thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. Love all of you. Everything was great tonight. Thank you, Riley, for being on the show. Thank you, Lou. Before you, I should have said thank you before you left, but there it is. There's Super Laugh Hard. Peace and love. Super Laugh Hard. I created a Super Laugh Hard section in my comic collection for you. It's all the books you sent me. So I will be reviewing all of those soon. So peace and love. Peace and love. Thank you all for being. Oh, wait. We'll transition out with this. There you go, Kane. So thank you very much for watching. We appreciate it. We love IST. We love everybody who watches. And thank you so much. Peace and love. Peace and love.
I'll be back tomorrow for the manga show with Gio and Colleen, probably.
That's right. Don't forget the manga show tomorrow night. And tomorrow at 6:30 p.m., I'm on the Batman Evergreen show on Very Fine Condition.